How fun to be up here in front of everyone in this beautiful church. I'm going to take this mask off to speak. Now I can see everyone. So today I get to talk to you a little bit about the Stewardship campaign. And I want to start with the words of St. Lucy, Santa Lucia, who at a very young age lost her father, and her mother became very concerned about Lucy's future and arranged a marriage with a person. This is in Syracuse, Sicily, and she didn't want to get married, and she gave away her fortune and pledged it to the church and took a vow of virginity, which made everyone angry. But anyway, she wrote, this is a quote or something close to it: "You can take nothing with you from this life, and whatever you give away at death for the Lord's sake, you give because you cannot take it with you. Give now to the true Savior while you are healthy whatever you intended to give away at your death." St. Lucy. When Mother Sally asked me if I'd speak today, it was kind of a pleasurable thing, because when people ask me, "Gee, what's happening in your world? What's happening? How are you doing? Are there any changes?" I always find myself somehow getting around to St. Paul's and saying, "You know, Brian and I are going to this church, and it's so good, and it's so fun, and we're around such wonderful people." And I get to talk about it one more time, and that's kind of neat. A few years back, when Brian and I first came here, it was following I was following the death of my mom, and that was a tough time, and we needed something to shore us up. And lo and behold, we came here, and it worked. And since then, I'd just like to point out, as we all know, we've been through a couple fires, droughts, evacuations, pandemic, and this church continues to just hold everyone together in great fellowship. So the church's motto, reaching out to people in body, mind, and spirit, without a doubt, this congregation, this church does that all the time. We have these wonderful ministries. We have kind of the rarefied, wonderful music ministry. Thank you, and thank you. And it's beautiful. It reaches out to the community in all sorts of richness in ways that no one else seems to be doing here in Healdsburg. And we have also the nitty-gritty ministries of showering, feeding people, and sheltering people in need, you know, that aren't as fortunate as us. And that's a wonderful service to the community. What I really realize is, in the town of Healdsburg, in our community, when you say St. Paul's, everybody knows who you're talking about, and everybody knows that the town, the community, is better off because St. Paul's is here, and we, the church, are here. And so it's a wonderful thing. Part of my job here today is as a vestry member, and so I want to say a few things that are more administrative, and that is, we kind of have a goal of reaching $200,000 in this campaign, and of course it started a few weeks back, and we're hoping that we'll wrap it up around the beginning of December, So there, that's my challenge and task to everybody. And this is important because once we get pledge cards in and we can start to formulate a budget, that makes it a lot easier on Danny Murphy over here, our treasurer, and the whole finance committee that works really hard. This is my second year on the Best Brief, so this will be the third time around looking at a budget and improving a budget. And so anyway, I thank everyone for maybe being conscientious of that. There's just one final thing that I'd like to do. And I have this wonderful little book, The Dalai Lama. Everybody knows our Lama, Dalai Lama, I think. And this is a book, Words of Wisdom from a Spiritual Animal. And the Dalai Lama, the other one, writes, "Give freely of your wool, so that others can snuggle in its warmth rather than hang on to it, because no one wants to look like a dark black storm cloud with teeth." Thank you very much.